Let me say something that might sound controversial. Most people who move to Toronto don't regret the city. They regret the version of Toronto they accidentally chose. Because on paper, Toronto looks unbeatable. The jobs, culture, food, opportunity. It's sold as the place where everything happens. But once you actually live here, not visit, not vacation, not Instagram scroll, the day to day reality hits differently. If you don't understand the reality before you move, regret doesn't show up immediately. It shows up slowly, usually on a random Tuesday stuck in traffic, wondering how a 1 kilometer drive took an hour. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the top reasons people regret moving to Toronto, the ones no one puts in the relocation guides. And stay until the end, because the last one is the most expensive mistake I see, and it traps people in the wrong neighborhood for years. I was born and raised in Toronto. I watched the city change for decades. I lived through the boom years, the gridlock years, and the wait. When did this get busy years? This video isn't anti-Toronto. Toronto can be an incredible city, but it is not forgiving if you come in with the wrong expectations. And if you're getting value from this, hit like and subscribe. I break down Toronto real estate and city life honestly, without sugarcoating it. All right, let's start with the regret that hits people faster than anything else. Regret number one, traffic is not a phase, it's a lifestyle. This is the number one shock. Traffic. Everyone expects traffic. No one expects this version of it. In Toronto, traffic isn't just rush hour. It's midday. It's evenings. It's weekends. It's random Tuesday for no obvious reasons. I'm talking about the Gardner, the Don Valley Parkway, the 401, Lakeshore, Queen Street, Yonge Street. To be honest, I could pick as many streets as possible. Bet you're going to find traffic on it. Here's the thing. Pick your poison. What catches newcomers off guard is that Toronto doesn't have many alternative routes. One accident, one lane closure, one construction project, and there's more than one construction project, I'll tell you that right now, and your entire commute collapse. And here's the brutal truth. Traffic in Toronto doesn't just waste time, it reshapes your life. You stop seeing friends across the city. You stop going to events unless they're close. You start planning your day around avoiding movement. People don't regret the commute length. They regret the mental load of constantly navigating congestion. And once you realize traffic isn't temporary, that it's structural, the regret sets in. Here's regret number two. Toronto is way more crowded than you imagine. This one ties directly into traffic. Toronto isn't just busy, it's dense in a way people underestimate. Talk about sidewalks, the subway, gyms, restaurants, grocery stores, parks. Everything is shared. So if you're coming from a smaller city or even a quieter GTA suburb, this can be exhausting. You wait for everything. You book everything. You line up for things you never lined up for before. And here's the thing people don't expect. Crowds just don't show up downtown anymore. I'm talking about other neighborhoods throughout the city, like Leslieville, Liberty Village, the Junction, North York, even Scarborough Town Center. Density has spread everywhere. People move here thinking they'll get used to it. Some do. I'm used to it. It's just what it is in Toronto. But others slowly realize they miss space and they didn't know how much it mattered to them until it was gone. Here's regret number three, neighborhood confusion. Toronto is not just one city. This is where regret gets expensive. Toronto is not one lifestyle. It's dozens of micro cities stitched together. Liberty Village feels nothing like Leslieville. Leslieville feels nothing like North York. North York definitely doesn't feel like Etobicoke. Downtown feels nothing like Midtown. But newcomers often choose neighborhood based on a single visit, a price point, or what they saw online. There's some great Instagram reels about certain neighborhoods, but they're not exactly what it is like online. And that's how regret starts. And here's the blunt truth: a neighborhood can be trendy and still wrong for you. Like Liberty Village looks great until you realize everyone's young, traffic is constant, there's only one way in and out, and you're surrounded by construction constantly. Downtown Toronto's look exciting until you realize the noise, the crowds, and lack of space are your daily reality. Midtown looks convenient until you're stuck between subway delays and traffic congestion. People don't regret Toronto, they regret choosing a neighborhood that doesn't match their daily life. And Toronto punishes mismatches hard. Here's regret number 4: space shrinks faster than you think. This is actually a big one. People move to Toronto telling themselves, we'll adjust to smaller space. And you can. I'm not saying you can't until life changes. I'm talking about working from home, kids, pets, parents visiting, storage needs. That's a big one if you live in a condo, and winter gear. Toronto homes, especially condos, fill up fast. And the regret isn't just this is small, it's realizing that upgrading is expensive and complicated once you're in. Talk about higher prices, like home sale prices, moving costs, the double land transfer tax. There's condo fees, mortgage changes, and et cetera, et cetera. People end up staying longer than they want, and resentment builds. Toronto is amazing when your home supports your life. It's draining when your home constantly works against it. Here's regret number 5: everything takes longer. Toronto has a hidden tax. It's time. Errands take longer. Appointments takes planning. Getting across the city feels like an event, especially if you have to go from one side of the city, cross Yonge, and go to the other side. People don't realize how much energy goes into basic movement. And that's why Torontonians live in bubbles. If your bubble works, life feels manageable. If it doesn't, everything feels hard. This is why people regret choosing a neighborhood without testing it properly. Because once you're in the wrong bubble, your life gets smaller, not bigger. Here's regret number 6: making friends is harder than you expect. Toronto has millions of people, but it's not an easy city socially. Everyone is busy. Everyone is tired. And here's the last one: everyone is always commuting. If you move here without a plan for community, loneliness can hit fast. And that loneliness makes everything else feels worse. Traffic feels heavier. Crowds feel colder. The city feels unwelcoming. Most people don't talk about this regret publicly, but it's one of the most common ones I hear. Here's regret number 7: choosing Toronto for opportunity without designing a life. This is the biggest regret of all. People move to Toronto chasing opportunity, but they don't design the life around it. They say yes to the job, yes to the city, yes to the move, and then try to figure out everything else later. Toronto is a city that amplifies mistakes. If your housing doesn't fit your life, you feel it daily. If your commute is wrong, you pay for that daily. If your neighborhood is misaligned, you regret it daily. People who love Toronto didn't get lucky, they got aligned. But having said all those, here's the no regret Toronto checklist that I share with newcomers. If you're thinking about moving to Toronto, do this first. Number 1, do a Tuesday test. Check the grocery stores in your neighborhood. Do errands. Check out the traffic, the noise. Number 2, do the commute at the exact time you actually travel. So if you're going to work and to be in office by 10, try to get there by 10 from that neighborhood and see what it's like. Number 3, visit the area at night. It's different. Night and day is totally different in a lot of neighborhoods because let's say Little Italy is very okay during the day, but on a Friday evening, it is busy as hell. So listen, watch, feel it. Number 4, ask. Does this still work if my life changes in 1 year? If a place fails 2 of these tests, it's not your spot. Toronto can be an incredible place to live, but only if you choose the right version of it. If you come in blind, regret creeps in quietly. If you come in informed, Toronto opens up. If this video helped, hit like and subscribe. Appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. See you soon.